everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Jusant. That may not be the way you truly pronounce it, but I think it would be fancier to say Jusant instead of Jusant. But anyway, I wanted to branch away from Minecraft and building a world in Technoblade's honor because I wanted to have this channel be a variety channel. And if you have any requests for games that you want me to play, pretty sure that you can access, or not access, but view all of the games that Xbox Game Pass has to offer. And since I have Game Pass Ultimate, it doesn't have to be limited to PC games. It can be Xbox games as well, for the console games. Anyway, I wanted to start the new year with a bang, and bring in the new year with a bang. Announce one of my New Year's resolutions, which would be to gain at least 500 subscribers and have at least 3,000 watch time hours within 365 days or a year. And there is a third requirement, and it's more on my end than yours, but and I will do my best to achieve this goal, but I need to upload at least 3 episodes or videos every 90 days or 1.5 months, but they may not be entirely accurate. Wait, maybe that's more like 2.5 months. Anyway, I don't want you to subscribe out of obligation or just for the sake of subscribing. I want you to subscribe if you enjoy my content and would like to see more of it in the future. And the same goes for likes. Similarly, I should say, if you like the series that I'm playing and you would like to see more of that series, then let me know by liking the videos that I publish on YouTube. And I won't put a like goal on each video because that seems to be a mainstream goal with everyone on YouTube, along with subscribing to their channel. I'm sure you've heard it all before. Be sure to like and subscribe. That won't be me. I don't want to be that part of that crowd. I want to forge my own path and hope for the best that others follow. And I've seen a handful of small YouTubers, and if you want me to help you build your YouTube channels, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to help you through and gain the goals. Gain doesn't sound like the right word. Achieve the right goals. To help build your YouTube channels. And one more thing before we begin, about Jusant and the company that made Jusant. Don't Nod, I believe, is their name, what they go by. I've seen YouTubers, well-known YouTubers, play indie games and lesser-known games from developers that are just starting out. And this is just my opinion, but I feel like that should be the small YouTuber's job, because they're a small developer, we're small YouTubers, and we could help build each other up. And I don't understand the reason why bigger YouTubers play indie games and games from smaller developers, possibly so that they reach a bigger audience. But sometimes, if not often, it's best to start off small and build up to that bigger company that developers wish to achieve one day. The smaller developers, not big names like Nintendo or Activision or Blizzard. But that's just me, and hopefully I'm not alone in saying that. But without further ado, let's begin. Jusant, a French nautical term for a receding tide. So that's the setup for the game and adventures. for chapter. I'm sorry for not speaking during the cutscene. I wanted to let you fully embrace what you saw and heard. And this game is divided into chapters. I don't know how many right off, but it is a 4-hour game, which is a shorter game compared to other games, which are 20 to 40 hours long. And some of them are even longer, like over 100 hours. But those might be few and far between. Anyway, but yes, I understand that when compared to movies and documentaries, a 4-hour game is a long game. But there are longer ones out there. And I'm glad that there isn't any dialogue in this game, because that helps those impaired in the hearing aspect. Well, maybe not aspect, but people with hearing impairment or are deaf altogether, they will be able to enjoy the storyline without needing to worry about discussions or dialogue in the game. And I'm glad that we don't know the name of this young man here. Because it's more about the environment and what the environment tells, what story the environment tells. And it is a little bit about the characters, but more about the story they leave behind. And the tower is where we're heading right now. And once we reach the tower, that's where we're going to end the episode, because it will take quite a while to get up there. And about the climbing sequences, they are hard to master because those tutorials, they are on timer, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to read those. But going back to the climbing aspect of the game, it is hard to master because each hand is dedicated to a specific trigger. So the right hand is dedicated to the right trigger, left to the left trigger. So it is easy to learn, but hard to master. And that's something good to keep in mind. I like how simplistic the game, the graphics are. Simplistic but effective. Pretty cute as well. The character designs and whatnot. But there is two ways of approaching this. Climbing a wall. You can either press X to attach the rope like I just did, and then grab on to the rungs like so. Or you can just simply grab onto the rungs. And the rope will attach automatically. And what I've noticed with how the young man is climbing, it seems like he could be new to climbing. That's why it seems like he's hesitant to climb. Maybe not hesitant to climb, but he's still learning to climb. And yes, there is a stamina meter. So you'll need to keep an eye out for that if you're at home playing along with me, or you want to. Well, I did not need to do that. And to rest, you hold down the right stick. Sorry for the pauses in the monologue, but it's mainly because I'm busy concentrating on traversing. careful here because I'm about to lose all of my stamina. That the faster you climb or traverse, the faster you lose your stamina. So slow and steady wins the race. So it's not just the environment that will tell the story. Like I said before, there are notes left behind from characters that have left this area, and we'll learn about this area and the characters as we progress. Another sleep turning over stones at World Delta. Harvest. 2 belay stations for parts. A good catch. That should be enough to reopen the route to the old cape. Otherwise, it's all smooth sailing. A couple of old lanterns I think I can revive. Folks used to throw this stuff away. Oh, and I finally caught an old knitting machine for Enio. I think that's how you pronounce that name. Who's been asking for one for cycles. And they don't use years or months or days for time management. They use the cycles of the tides. I believe that's why they refer to what they refer to as cycles anyway. Not in great shape, but we should be able to tinker with it. Still not sure how I'm going to haul it up to low tide though. And from what I've learned so far, low tide is what this settlement is called. And we later find out that it's a village. And I hope that isn't a spoiler or anything. But maybe I should have left that out if it is. Note to self. Do not stop doing business with Rem. All he does is dismantle my discoveries and sell them for parts in the Heights. He claims to be a repairman, but he's nothing but a foam salesman. That's what. So the Heights, I believe, is another location in this area. Best not to do this, but I may gush about the graphics. They are really good. an access point to a shortcut. You press Y to activate it, and X to release the rope. But we're not going down there because we've already been down there. That's available if you didn't get the note that we picked up just a few minutes ago. And you want to go back down to retrieve it. But you'll need to climb back up the same way we did just a few minutes ago. And this right here is what I would call, or what I like to call, a cycle cutscene, because it starts off as a cutscene and it cycles through different locations in this area. I'll let it cycle through once and give my opinions as they cycle through. Pretty sure it's noticeably obvious what the cycle depicts, but this one, someone's carving pictures into the walls and this stone here, probably for hieroglyphics or maybe just art. Hieroglyphic-like figures. And the platform here is what kids used to jump off of into the water when the tide was higher. And I would like to point out that I love how well the sound design is. I hope they continue, they being Don't Nod, they continue to make games as visually inspiring and visually appealing as this one is. I'll let this cycle end, and I'll quit the cycle. Why the shell faded away like that. My guess would be that it's to simulate memories fading away, but I doubt that memories would fade away if you have good recollection of the memories, like if you wrote them down or something. As the saying goes, the faintest line of a pencil is sharper than the sharpest memory, or something to that effect. And don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that wasn't word for word what the quote was. But anyway, looks like this is another note. Yeek. Again, I think that's how you pronounce the name. I hope I'm not butchering the names that I come across. How are things at the sawmill? Business has been slow at the restaurant. And I believe this is the restaurant where we are right now. Or some type of patio to where they seat guests. And beyond that door, the blue one, is the restaurant. Almost no one came the last music night, even though people are climbing down from all over. I know we don't play the shells anymore, but still. I was thinking that adding scaffolding to the side of the upside down cliff might help steer passers-by this way. I miss seeing a packed patio. Hey, I was right, it is a patio. Can you take care of it? I checked with low tide and everyone agrees. Hey Mo, listen, these things happen. I hope one day you'll ask me to do something besides taking boats apart to make ladders. Like if I'm free for a romantic dinner for two. Oh, so there's a relationship between these two. Mo and Zeke. Anyway, all good for your scaffolding, since the village approves. So it's more than just a settlement, it's a village. I don't have much wood to choose from after that new path to the plain I had to build, but I still have a wreck or two left over. I'll get to it when the currents allow. So I believe the two main modes of transportation are boats or climbing. That would make sense because there are shipwrecks and there are rungs and rocks everywhere. I owe you one. Thanks. You're the best. By the way, do you ever run into old Sanja? I think she's rummaging around in your area right now. If you see her around, do you mind telling her that I need a new hob for my oven? I'm not sure what a hob is. It might be an old folks term, or an in-game term. Mine's taking on water, or maybe a hob is something to keep the water out of an oven. In the meantime, set sail for the restaurant. I'm not sure how romantic it will be, but we can always share a half-cooked meal. So I was right about the two modes of transportation being climbing and by boat. my patience. I wonder what those are. Maybe worms native to this area? Fun to watch them. Scurry. Float off. Based on the sign, it seems like this could be a daycare or either a daycare or an elementary school, because the art style looks simplistic. But that might be derogatory in a way. It would seem like I'm generalizing about simple artwork, but I'm really not. Here's another shortcut. If you've missed a node and you want to go back down, but make sure you're ready for the climb back up, because those shortcuts are a one-way trip. The reason why he doesn't jump so high is because it's based off of realism. And you don't jump really high standing still, and neither does he. Here is a ladder back down. If you missed something. Maybe. No, it's not if you missed something. This is a secret area. It wasn't until I started my shift to prepare for the crossing that I realized it's my last crossing to supply fumarolia. I think that's how you pronounce it. I hope I didn't butcher it. After that, folks will have to make do with what they have. What I wouldn't give for things to go back to the way they were. Seeing smiles on people's faces. The little ones climbing the cliffs and diving into the waves. And us water fishers learning to fish again. So they called themselves water fishers instead of fishermen or fisherwomen. I guess they didn't know of the term back then. Maybe this takes place in an older year, not a current year, like the 1900s or something. All the things the old folks tell us about sleep after sleep. But enough of this yearning for old times. I've got a desert to cross and a caravan to prepare. It's not going to prepare itself. So these notes tell the story of what these people left behind. But there might be more to it. Like something to theorize about, possibly. Oh, this is a good upper arm workout. We are almost there. Yep, we are. Now, this up here, I thought that, that you needed to swing over and this over to that area from here, but the goal is actually up there. So if you swing across, you'll undo what climbing you've done. Here we go up. This is a 4-hour game, but I looked on under the details of the game and how long it takes to beat it or complete it. Said that there are extras in the game that adds an hour or two to the main story. So I may want to, do the extras as well as the main storyline, because there may be side quests that unlock more lore to the game. And I thought it would be nice to go ahead and work on the extras as well as the main story, so you get all of the lore to this game. So there's the tower that we're going to climb in the next episode. And before we climb it, and before I end this episode, there's something over here that I'm going to look for, because there's a note over here that I'm going to read. These two areas are dead ends. There's no point in going there. I wonder what this does. Oh, that's cute. He completed the tower. Just like we're going to climb the tower soon. But up here is where we find another note. And these creatures, they don't harm you. I don't think there's going to be any damage taken in this game, because it's more of an explorer game and less of action and fighting. But anyway, Lynn's gone to the heights to ask to extend the site. With the boss gone, the wind's gone out of our sails when it comes to digging. It's not such a bad thing. Lifting boxes and crates is my area of expertise. Boxes, crates, and barrels is his area of expertise, or their area of expertise. But shifting their old stones, at the slightest pitch and roll, everyone's knees start quaking. And what they mean by pitch and roll is the miniature earthquakes per se when they excavate the caves. Anyway, I was just getting used to the idea of working with archaeologists. So they're archaeologists, they're fishermen and fisherwomen and adventurers. That's nice to put on a resume if you want to pursue either of those paths. Good to put on a resume and let your employers know that you have that experience. Making myself useful again, and already the work's dried up. I doubt it'll start again. I don't see how we can move forward. How about you? How are things in low tide? Is Dee Dee still refusing to go to school? My love, I'm so happy to hear from you. We miss you so much, Dee Dee says. Or Dee says. I'm glad that there's another relationship going. I like to see relationships build in games and progress. I'm homeschooling her, and I'm very much out of my depth. So teaching is not their strong suit. Do you remember the names of all the regions of the tower? I don't even remember learning that. I gave Dee a homework assignment about the old altar we keep her to keep her busy for a while. She's supposed to copy the design. I ended up going with her. It had been ages since I'd last ventured behind the village. I'd forgotten how dark it is. But you know Dee, she's gutsy. And she's enjoying diving into the past, just like you. Speaking of which, have your archaeologists finally found out how tides work? They've been digging around for a while now. Get it? That's a good joke. And it is a little dry, but I've heard drier and cornier jokes. Do you know when you'll be able to come back up here? And that's where the notes end. I hope they're alright. So, now to go back to the tower. I hope you enjoyed the episode that I've made so far. And next time we will find this tower and hopefully find out what they mean by the altar, if the altar is in the tower. But anyway, I'll see all of you later, and I wish you a belated Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone.